vehicle for Cadillac. Also a first ever entry into a new segment of the industry for us. So this is an entry into the compact premium luxury SUV, and that's a segment that we haven't participated in before. So think competitively, this XT4 will line up against the BMW X1, an Audi Q3, or even a Mercedes-Benz GLA. This is your small size crossover, and it's the smaller sibling to our XT5, just over there in white. So what's important here is that it is indeed a crossover, and what the engineers and the designers were keen to point out is that it has proper SUV proportions. It doesn't look like a tall wagon or a tall hatchback. It looks like an SUV, right, as it ought to. The wheels are pushed out to the corners, both front and rear. That gives it a wide, planted, confident stance. And the styling is an evolution of Cadillac's design language we've had over the years. So you have still some hard crease work, unique angles throughout for the light to move across the surfacing, but you have more dynamics and more texture to it as well. And there's two different distinct personalities for you to choose from. Cadillac's introducing a new trim package theory or thinking, if you will. We like to call it a wide trim level. So there's three options. You start at luxury, and from luxury you will choose either to go to premium luxury or to sport. Both are on equal footing. They're just going to give you a different kind of character. So this one on stage is a sport. There's another one just over there that is a premium luxury. So thematically, the difference will be on the sport, the more heavy use of a gloss black finish. So all around the window frame, this roof rail, the lower rocker panels, front and rear fascias all use a gloss black treatment, whereas the premium luxury will use brushed aluminum, satin chrome, and other metallic features. And on the inside, the sport will have carbon fiber trim inserts, whereas the luxury versions will have wood inserts. So you get to choose a different personality, a different persona, I like to call it, that fits your taste a little bit better. Now from there, you can add on various other packages and features to further personalize it to you and your style and taste in that way. Now, especially important to Cadillac is advanced lighting technology. That's been a signature for Cadillac for many years. We introduced the tail fin back in the 1940s. You can say that culminated in the '59 Eldorado, right? Those very tall wings. So we use that now today, and we pay homage to that with these LED light strips, these light blades. We have a long vertical strip here. It makes a great style choice. That's your daytime running light. And you'll see it echoed on the rear with long vertical tail lamps. What's new now and what's progressing Cadillac's design language is the introduction of horizontal elements. So on the front, the face of your car, much like your brow, you now have a horizontal light element here, and also on the tailgate, you'll see the tail lamps extend into that liftgate as well to give it a very unique presence and recognizable down the street and just as far as you can see as a Cadillac. So we're very excited to introduce this new technology. And of course your appearance is going to be completed by a choice of 18 or 20-inch wheels, various different designs, all to make it more personalized to you. Now on the interior of the XT4, introduced again as at 19 if you're just joining us, this is our first ever compact. But being in the compact segment, we were very proud to achieve the best in-class interior space, especially here in the second row. So this is our smallest crossover. It sits beneath the XT5, but I like starting with this rear seat. It has 1/2 of an inch less legroom than its larger brother over there, the XT5. 40 inches of legroom in the rear of the XT5, 39.5 here. Also gives you best-in-class knee clearance. That means the front seats don't have to move to fit your average adult behind those front seats as well. Inside is, of course, Cadillac's cut-and-sewn craftsmanship. All the soft materials have been cut, stitched, and wrapped by hand. And again, here on this sport trim, you're going to see it accented with carbon fiber. Sport steering wheel. New switch controls on there on the steering wheel, as well as on the center console. This is the new evolution of Cadillac user experience infotainment system. You still have an 8-inch high-definition touchscreen, but you'll see below that touchscreen, if you look inside, and you're more than welcome to come a little closer and have a look, you'll see metallic hard-pressed buttons, and also a new command rotary knob just ahead of your armrest. So you have multiple different ways to interact with the new infotainment system, and it connects with all of the latest technologies. You have a wireless charge pad, you have 4G LTE, so it's ready to support your latest iPhone or Android device and meet you in your own terms. Now, I need to, of course, being a crossover, show you the cargo space here as an available hands-free liftgate. And what's really fun about it is when the key's in your pocket or in your purse and you approach the rear bumper, it's going to project the Cadillac logo down onto the ground and give you a little target. I've seen a lot of people trying out different hands-free systems, waving their foot around. Cadillac's not going to make you look awkward. We're going to show you right where you need to get your foot under the bumper, open up that liftgate, where you're going to find 22 cubic feet of space. If you split or fold the splitting 60-40 rear seats, you'll have about 50 cubic feet of space inside. And that way you can fit anything that you like in the back as well. Now let's move on to performance. This is an all-new platform. It's exclusive and unique to this model. It's not shared anywhere else in the General Motors family. And it's powered with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. We've had a turbo 4-cylinder for a number of years. This one's a brand new, all-new turbo 4. It's using a lot of advanced technologies, twin scroll turbocharger, variable valve lift and timing. What that means for you is efficiency and power when you need it at the right time. So it's paired with a 9-speed transmission, 237 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. The way this engine has been tuned is to deliver all of that torque almost immediately. About 1,800 RPM all the way to 4,000, you're going to have a constant 258 pound-feet of torque. So it's very agile, very powerful and capable across the duration of that tachometer range in there as well. Now its standard is front-wheel drive. It's optional is all-wheel drive if you choose, and that all-wheel drive will include a twin-clutch rear differential. Gives you the best traction, whether it's performance driving or off-road or slippery conditions as well. Now we only have preliminary estimates in terms of fuel economy. Our conservative estimates right now are 25 in the city, 30 on the highway. And the production on this all-new 2019 XT4 is scheduled for late August, beginning of September, and we're looking to have it into owners' hands by this fall. Pre-orders are available right now. You can pre-purchase or place a down payment on an XT4 if you're interested in one. If you'd like some more information on this model, please come by any of our knowledgeable product specialists. We'd love to get you signed up on that as well. Lastly, if you're currently a Cadillac owner, we'd love to say thank you and invite you into our owner's lounge. So just over to my right, you'll find a table over there. Show us your Cadillac keys. We'll invite you into the lounge. We have some refreshments and a nice quiet place for you to relax here at the auto show. Lastly, if you have any questions, my name is Adam. Otherwise, we have some of the most knowledgeable product specialists here on the floor. Also, be sure to check out our new CT6 V Sport. Thanks so much for your attention. Welcome to Cadillac.